Welcome to the Upper St. Clair varsity hockey game. Back-to-back here. We're in a little bit of a warmer environment here tonight after brutally watching the weather from the Penguins Pond last night in a very difficult defeat against the all-tough Bethel Park team. Tonight we're going to play the Erie McDowell Trojans, and a very similar uniform in their black, red, and white, as they'll be the away team tonight, and the Panthers will be in their home whites. This looks to be a pretty interesting game, and we'll let them get to the ice here. I'm Kirk Carruth on your High Definition Panthers television network, along with Lisa Ambrose, recovering from a slip and fall on her camera duties yesterday, so hopefully the black and blue marks stay away. This could be a pad the stat night, if you will. This Erie McDowell team, once a powerful force, Lisa, in the AAA PIHL ranks, really struggling this year with very low output and pretty high goals against average. Both goaltenders sporting a goals against average of 10.33 and 12.28. So they're coming off a loss to the very same Bethel Park team, 10-0. So we'll see what happens here. Shot's going to go from Cassidy, and a good play in front and deflected into the meshing. And we're going to have a quick line change here with 16:06 to go. But the interesting thing, we'll call them the 90s line. They've got four of their top players, 93, 96, 92, and 95. Wilcox, Perry, Smith, and Bright. The leading scorer after 8 games, Lisa, only has 5 points. So pretty low output on the offensive side of the equation for Erie, but so far so good. 2 quick saves here by Zabuski in goal number 30. He's got 9 games played with a record of 0-8. So this team is winless so far here in the 2013 season. A backhanded chip shot back to center, and that'll be kicked in here by Erie McDowell, where it'll be picked up here by number 40, Woomer. He's going to play it on the near board here, where Puccetti will pick up the mail, and he'll leave it back on a give and go to Woomer. Banks it back to center, and a good effort there by McDowell to forecheck on the blue stripe. And a little early pressure here, and a good outlet pass right to the left wing, where Puccetti looks for Crockett in the center. Going to be picked up here by number 19, Reichert, but he's going to lose control, and right back on the attack comes Upper St. Clair, where Puccetti in a huge collision here at center, and both players will go down to the ice. Here, up here at center by Cassidy, and he'll wheel and deal, and he's got Boyd trailing, and he's going to take it across the blue line on a big power move. Big backhanded effort. Shot's going to go right on, and a good save in front again by Zabuski. So far so good for Erie, as they've stopped 2 or 3 very good scoring opportunities here by Upper St. Clair. And Cassidy's going to get trapped inside on a delayed offside. And we'll have a stop and play with 14:30 to go here. Your score is 0-0. And 1 week from today, Thursday, January the 10th, we'll take the show on the road to the Mount Lebanon facility, and that should be a good venue to broadcast from. And no worries, Lisa, very warm in that facility. Sometimes the players, actually, the complaint, I always crack up about that rink where you talk about code, and I think they still have the old Zamboni with the carbon monoxide coming out. But that facility is always a very comfortable one to broadcast in, if you will. Shot right on, loose. Oh, and a big blocker save there by Zabuski. And he was sharp to save that. And right back on the attack comes number 96, Perry. That's going to come off his blade, where Ackerman will look to control, and he'll skate it back to center. Got a 3-on-3 developing. He's going to split the defense. Power move, centering pass, and Zabuski's going to kick that away. Good effort there by Ackerman as he goes coast to coast. Taken back by number 83. Or excuse me, that's 93. Wilcox, the leading scorer for McDowell. Played in by number 95, Bright. And we're going to have, it's like bodies all over the ice, but they're going to let him play here. Crockett's going to mix it up in the corner, and he's going to skate it back to center. Leaves it for Stork, number 17, and he's going to take a power move to the left. Take a big shot in front. It's loose, and oh my, and Panthers tried to jam it in. McCombs right there on the doorstep with a loose puck. And a better save by Zabuski. And he'll hold on with 13:10 to go, and they're going to face it off to the left of the Erie goaltender. Crockett will take the draw, and that'll be controlled by Erie McDowell. Chip back in behind the Trojan goaltender. Loose in front again. Looks for Baradone. He's unable to control. Kept in by the near board where McCombs will pass it right back to himself, and he'll headman the play to Crockett. He'll pick up the mail. He's got a trailer in front with Baradone, and that puck's going to come by the boards. All Upper St. Clair here in the first 5 minutes of play. Tied up in the corner here by number 34, Alavich. And finally skated back to center, and here comes number 92, Smith. Shot's going to go right on, and our first look at our goaltender for the Panthers this evening will be number 13, Tyler Finn. And he's going to get his first opportunity on the season, and he'll get to start the season, regular season. Lisa said he has played in tournaments, but this will be his first start here at the varsity ranks. Taken by the Panthers, and Cassidy's got a mini opportunity here, and he's going to try a slapper from 30, and that's going to come by the mark. He looks to center it to Ackerman as he was trailing. Cassidy's going to be bumped off the play, and that puck will come all the way back to center where Alibrand will spin around and drive it in from the red stripe. Picked up again in the corner here by number 20, Del Curdy. And the play will be dumped in by number 3, Smith. Finn will play it and leave it for Stork, and he'll take a heavy hit behind the goal. Still stays on the puck, and a good outlet pass on the right wing where Ackerman's got Cassidy trailing, and he's got Puccetti, and Cassidy is just going to wrist that one wide from the high slot. Right back on the attack comes McDowell, but that pass will go by the mark, and Ackerman's going to bring it right across the blue line with Cassidy trailing again. Centering pass, nobody home. Boyd will get there first. He'll leave it behind the goal for Ackerman, and he tries to stuff it. Goaltender takes a little bit of an exception and gives the lumber to him. And that'll be shot and cleared the length of the ice, and icing will be called against Erie, and they'll face it off in the attack zone for Upper St. Clair. With 10:55 to go here in the first, we're still scoreless. Got some good tunes going here. It's sounding pretty good. Face-off controlled by McDowell, but going to be picked off here by the Panthers where Koch will play it. Shot's going to go from the right point, and that's just going to get whistled wide as McVeigh took the drive. Centering pass, nobody home. Good effort there at the point by McVeigh, but here comes number 93, Wilcox, and he's going to take a drive, and that's going to whistle wide. Up out in the corner here by number 42, Grimm. And the play will come over to number 33, our captain, Alibrand, and he'll lose his edge. And a good effort there by Koch, and he'll pick up the mail with 2 trailing. Takes it wide, looks for a trailer, a little saucer pass, but that'll come back to center, and a heads-up play by number 40, Woomer, as he'll regroup and dump it back in, and the Panthers look on a quick change. Play is taken here by number 10, Murcock. Oh, good effort there by Woomer on a backhanded shot, and Crockett lets it rip from 40. And a big-time save here again by the McDowell goaltender, Evan Zabuski. And so far, so good, keeping him in the game. And we'll have a stop and play with 9:47 remaining in the first. A very quick-moving first period. Could have used a quick-moving first period yesterday, that's for sure. And how random was that, where the first 10 minutes they couldn't get the net on the ice because of something awry. Another good save there by Zabuski, and he's going to hold on again. Yeah, they were saying the game earlier, about a week ago, they played 3 games, and a lot of the coaches were arriving in street shoes, and obviously they felt our pain as well. But they said the week prior, Lisa, that the humidity was up enough, and when the temperature was in the 30s, that the glass was fogging up. So anybody on the scoring bench after game 2 or 3, you couldn't even see the play on the ice. A nice facility there. It looks like that's where the Riverhounds will be playing, and looks like that's going to be a nice venue. And I think even the women's football team will play there as well. So we'll have to check it out here in the spring and summertime. No hockey, we're going to find some type of sport.
Absolutely.
I've become a fan of the ECHL, and $15 tickets are suiting my budget very well. Taken by Cassidy, and a good wrister, but another good save there by Zabuski. And that puck will come all the way back to center here, where McVeigh will chip it right on the tape of Cassidy. He's got a trailer in Ackerman. He looked to go to him, and that was intercepted by McDowell. And a big collision there between Puccetti and Cassidy, and a shot's going to whistle just wide. Big heavy hit there in the corner as Ackerman throwing his body around. Good effort there again by McVeigh. And finally Cassidy's going to skate it back. He's got a breaking Ackerman, and he might get in behind the play. Drop pass, right through the pass of Cassidy, and he had 2 trailing. And once again, a little errant pass here by Upper St. Clair, and it comes back to Ackerman, and they're still going to be whistled on a delayed offside. Panthers regroup at center with Puccetti. Pass right on the tape of Ackerman, and he's going to be forced hard left. Good effort there by the McDowell defense. And so far, Upper St. Clair unable to get a kink in the armor here. And that pass will come right back to center, where Puccetti backhands it over to Cassidy, right back to Ackerman. This line has been out here a long time. Finally going to come back to number 96, Perry. Now taken in by Wilcox. He's got an opportunity. Oh, good effort there by Stork on a back check. Cassidy's going to take it one-on-one, takes a big move. Shot's going to be redirected in the corner by Zabuski. And these are games, Lisa, that you certainly don't want to go down 1-0 on. It's been all Upper St. Clair, but so far the Erie McDowell goaltender been pretty sharp here with in the first 10 minutes of play. It looks like we're going to have a stop and play with 6:58 now remaining here in the first. Faceoff will come just outside the blue line, and the Crockett line will come on with McCombs and Baradone. Panthers gain control, where McCombs will take it now across the blue stripe, and he'll get some speed going into the corner. Drop pass for Crockett. Going to chip it back in the corner, where Baradone will get there first, and that's going to get wristed into the meshing. And it looks like we'll face it off again here with 6:30 remaining in the first. Face-off taken by Puccetti, picked up here by Erie. Taken again by number 17 Stork, but unable to control where number 92 Smith will carry the mail, but he's intercepted, and right back on the attack comes the Panthers. Good poke check there by Bright. And that's going to go into the corner where number 19 Reichert is going to avoid a check. Finally, Woomer's going to take it himself all the way back to center, and he's got to beat 3 black jerseys. And once again, Erie doing an excellent job here on the defensive end of the equation. Little giveaway here, and Reichert's going to take that shot. Centering pass to number 10, but nobody home. Murcock unable to control, and the Panthers are going to wrist it into their bench. And we'll have a wholesale change with 5:39 to go in the first, and we're still scoreless at 0-0. A little effort here. We're going to have a mini break here. McCombs trail and 2-on-1 develops. Shot on. He shoots and scores. What an effort there as McCombs saw that one all the way. And a big time setup there by Cassidy. And McCombs is going to get his first tally of the evening. And that's going to be his second goal of the season. Time of that goal is coming at the 5:25 mark, and Upper St. Clair gets off to an early 1-0 lead. Well, good ice presence there. He had a 2-on-1 and very patient. The tremendous pass right on the tape of McCombs, and he made no doubt about it as he went far side, kept that puck low to the ice, and he tickled the twine from 15, and a big-time first goal for the Panthers. Taken by Cassidy. Oh, he's going to be offside as Ackerman in ahead of the play on the right wing. And they'll do it over again with 5:14 to go. Face-off will come just outside the blue line. Face-off controlled by the Panthers, and a little give and go there with McCombs and Cassidy again. Play comes off the mark where it'll be chipped in the corner by Del Curdy. He's unable to get it out. A good effort there by assistant captain number 91 Ackerman, but a better play by the defense, and they'll get it back to center. Boy, just some really open ice. Not much of a physical game here. Shot, rebound, oh my, and McCombs and Ackerman look to connect and almost got their second goal here on the evening, but a better save again by Zabuski. Right back to McCombs. He's loose in front and finally going to be cleared out of the zone back to center. Cassidy avoids a check at center. Picked up here by number 93, Wilcox. And a good headman pass there to Baradone. He's got a trailer. Shot on. Score. What an effort. Ackerman's going to get the tally from Baradone and Cassidy. And he went top shelf and he beat Zabuski. And the time of that goal is going to be at 4:10. And boy, they got the sound effects. It's just like being at the Consol Energy Center. I like it. Way too much time on your hands. Boy, I'll tell you, another just brilliant pass. Cassidy right on the tape of Baradone and came down on a mini 2-on-1 break, and Baradone set Ackerman up perfectly. And number 91 made no doubt about it. And he gets the Panthers off to an early 2-0 lead. Play comes back to center where number 17 is going to take a big drive, and it's going to get cradled by number 30 Zabuski. And he will hold on with 3:42 remaining now in the first. And the face-off will be to the left of the Trojan goaltender. Taken by Boyd, but unable to get it out as Woomer with a good effort there on the right point. Goes to Boyd, he's going to lose his edge. Baradone spins around with a player draped on him, but that shot will go wide. Finally comes by the near board where number 10, Connor Murcock, will play it back to center. Be chipped in there by Zatwani. Panthers try to get it out, but kept in at the left point by Brandon On. And finally that play will come back to number 17, Stork. Play will come all the way back where another 17 On will grab it for Erie McDowell. It's loose in front, jammed away. It's still loose. Oh, and a quick whistle. And Baradone was camped on the doorstep. He was looking for his second point here of the evening. But a quick whistle will stop the play with 2:53 to go in the first. And the Panthers enjoy a 2-0 lead. Face-off taken and controlled by the Panthers, where Grimm will take a backhanded effort into the, centering it into the crease area. Heavy hit there by Alibrand on number 3, Michael Smith. Oh, big hit there, and that's going to be a hit from behind on Puccetti. And it looks like number 34 is going to get the gate. We're going to have our first shorthanded situation for Erie. Panthers will go on a power play for the next 2 minutes. And the time of that penalty will be at the 2:32 mark. The Panthers now will skate 5-on-4 and have the man advantage for the next 2 minutes as that penalty went to number 34, Dan Alovich. Panthers control the draw where Alibrand will skate it across the red stripe and decide to dump it in. Takes it behind the goal where Ackerman will be the first to play it. It's going to be helped out by Boyd. A good effort there by Erie to redirect it, and a heavy hit there on Boyd, and a good effort by Erie to clear the zone. And the Panthers will have to regroup with 1:25 remaining now in the man advantage. Taken by Ackerman, and he picks up a head of steam, and he'll go across the body. And once again, Erie's got to learn to take a body on these guys. They'll make you look silly if you let them skate around you. Good shot there by Cassidy. I think that's going to go in, and it does. Little wide angle, and it must have gone right through the 5-hole, Lisa. And Cassidy's going to get his first goal of the evening. It's going to be set up by Ackerman. And the time of that power play goal will be at the 1:39 mark. And the Panthers coasting now to a 3-0 lead. Well, the game's going to be hard enough to play 5-on-5 against these guys, let alone giving up a penalty situation. So the Panthers make easy work of it on their first power play opportunity. And Erie kept them scoreless, Lisa, for 10 minutes, but the floodgates have pretty much been opened the last 4 or 5 minutes of play. Play taken by Alibrand behind goaltender Finn. Play comes back to center. We got a breaking Puccetti hanging back. He's coming in one-on-one, goes to the backhand. Oh my, good effort there by Zabuski. And it kind of came off the blade of number 19, Puccetti, unable to control down deep. Taken in the corner by McCombs, and he's got our first tally here of the evening. 35 seconds remains in the first. Good poke check there again by Erie, and they'll force the Panthers to regroup. Kicked around to the near board where he'll be played by Alibrand. Helped out again by McCombs. And finally going to be chipped around the corner by On. And Erie really struggling to gain control and transition out of the zone. Kept in again, and we got an open player, number 42 in Grimm, with 5 to go. Shot's going to be deflected just wide by Grimm, and that'll do it. And the period will come to a close. And a quick-moving first period, pretty much scoreless for the first 10 minutes. But the Panthers explode for 3 goals in the latter half of the first period. So the Panthers enjoying a pretty effortless 3-0 lead as they play Rocky. The only thing we're missing is someone announcing the goals, so maybe we need to work on that. Got to keep a sharp eye here in the booth. Yeah, we try to do the best we can, but
All volunteers.
all volunteers is right. But did get paid a nice compliment from Guy Junker last night. Said that guy's not a bad broadcaster, so we'll take it for what it's worth. Attaboys are always good in life. Well, we'll change sides now. Panthers now will skate left to right on your TV dial. Panthers coming in this season with a couple games actually canceled. Last night was indeed a makeup game at the Penguin Pond. And the Panthers really only with 8 games here this season. And again, sporting a pretty impressive record, being 5-2-1. Pretty much is going to keep them tied with Bethel Park and Canon-Mac leading Division I with a 7-2 record. Surprisingly, Peters Township with a 5-4 record here after 9 games played, and they're last in Division I, but that's got to be indeed the cream of the crop with Canon-Mac, Upper St. Clair, Bethel Park, and Peters in Division I. Yeah, I mean, Bethel always plays, the Panthers tough. It's a brutal, brutal system. And I will take my hat off to not the greatest sometimes hockey to watch, but I will tell you, their coach gets them certainly conditioned. And with that 1-3-1 defense that they play, makes it very difficult to penetrate and transition out of the zone. Because they've always got 3 players on one, and they get back into position so well. And it was really evident last night. If you ever get a chance to really watch that broadcast from the angle that we were shooting from at the Penguins Pond, it was pretty impressive to see from behind the scene. You could really see how they set that play up and work that to a science. Yeah, exactly. Looks like Panthers are going on another penalty here. Number 95 will get the minor, Christopher Bright. And the Panthers now will go on their second man advantage here of the evening. Shot on and a good effort there by Zabuski as he'll kick that puck into the corner, but that'll be played by Cassidy. Takes it back to Alibrand. A rebound shot, it's loose. And a good save on a second chance opportunity there by Ackerman. But a better save by Zabuski, and he'll hold on with 15:36 remaining in the second and a minute 39 on the Panther man advantage. Big face-off win there by Boyd, and he is no doubt the cream of the crop when it comes to face-offs for the Panthers. If we had statistics on that, he's got to be winning 75-80%. Oh, and that's going to go in on a deflection by a defenseman, and I think Boyd will get that tally as he was by the goal, but that was actually redirected in by a Erie McDowell defenseman, and Boyd was the closest to the goal. I'm not sure who will get it, but indeed the Panthers now will strike on their second power play goal of the evening, and they go off to a commanding 4-0 lead. Time of that goal will be at the 15-18 mark. Right back on the attack comes Upper St. Clair, where Grimm will mix it up with Baradone down deep. Going to be taken out by number 19, Reichert. Get back on the tape of Woomer, and they're going to play catch back and forth with the play right in front of us, and Koch will lead the rush back, number 52, and he looks to take a power move around number 95, Smith. He'll be left again behind, and a big check behind the goal, but that play will come back to center. Chipped in where Finn looks to play it. Oh my, and he's kind of a little bit of a confusion there with defenseman Stork. And sometimes Stork says, I'm taking matters into my own hands. Oh, what a shot! And a Bobby Orrish move. You gotta be here to believe that angle, folks. Number 17, Stork is gonna tickle the twine as he roofed it on a classic water bottle goal. And he was down deep end to end, took the puck, and actually Finn's gonna get an assist here. And that time of that goal is gonna be at the 14-20 mark, and the Panthers now go off to a 5-0 lead. And what a wide angle shot that was. Stork just went top shelf. And a beautiful goal, highlight reel goal. Just reminds me of Bobby Orr and the old Paul Coffeys of the world, where they would take that puck end to end and just go coast to coast, and just a brilliant ESPN highlight goal by Stork. Very impressive, and Panthers now putting on the Ritz here with 14:05 to go, and once again we're going to get a penalty here by number 99, Goring, and he's going to get the gate, and boy, they're just digging themselves a deep hole here. Panthers go on another man advantage here at the 14:05 mark. Taken by Stork, shot right on, and a good save there by Zabuski. And he'll hold on as 6 seconds elapsed from the man advantage. And we'll tee it up again to the right of the Erie goaltender. Good effort there at the point by Stork. Gives it up to Puccetti. Taken by Puccetti on the right corner. Excuse me, that was McCombs earlier. Back to the point where Alibrand's going to tee it up. Shot's going to come off the skate of Crockett down deep. Play is still loose where Stork will tee it up, and that's going to go into the banner, and I'm not sure that ever came down. And they'll have to get a new piece of vulcanized rubber. And in the NHL, they freeze those, but I don't think they do that here. So with 13:31 to go and a minute 27 in the man advantage, they'll face it off again in the attack zone for Upper St. Clair. Oh, good effort there. A little mini break here on a 2-on-1 for Erie. Shot right on. Oh, good save by Finn. And he's going to cradle that. And boy, that was the beginning of the end for the Panthers yesterday. Got a tremendous opportunity on a 5-on-3 advantage against Bethel Park, and a little bit of a breakdown. And Bethel goes on a 2-on-1 breakaway and tallies a shorthanded, unbelievable goal down by 2 men. Cassie's going to take it down deep. Oh my, and he left it for Ackerman. And he had an open net and he couldn't chip it in. Got down a little bit too deep, and Erie with a good effort to clear the zone. He'll be picked up with a head of steam. Number 40, Woomer, redirects it back to center, and a good effort there by Ackerman. He takes it across the blue stripe, but going to be picked up here by Erie, and they've got a breakaway. Coming down deep, he's going to wheel and deal, and he shoots. What a save by Finn. Oh, and he had him hung out, and he got the right pad down at the last moment. And Panthers once again giving up another opportunity here on a shorthanded situation. And again, we're going to have a player in the goal as Reichert loses his edge. And the net will come off the mooring. So we'll redo it again with 31 seconds remaining in the Panther man advantage. These are games, Lisa, where sometimes gets a little bit sloppy because you got a 5-0 lead and they're letting the floodgates open, and pretty much going to be, one would believe, going to be difficult for Erie to crack a 5-0 deficit at this point, halfway mark of the game. Back to the point, Alibrand will tee it up, a wrister. Oh, good save there in front by Zabuski. Comes off his blocker side, redirects it into the corner. Oh, and another good save on a screen shot, and Alibrand wristed that from 40. And a really good save by number 30, and he'll cradle that and hold on. And with 1 tick left on the clock, that'll pretty much do it here for the Panthers' third man advantage. Back to skating 5-on-5. Puck comes behind Zabuski, but it'll be controlled by Baradone into the corner where helped out by Koch. Comes back to the right point, and McVeigh thinks better of pinching in, and he'll regress back, which was a smart move. Taken wide by number 8, Laurie. He's going to mix it up, and Alibrand and Laurie got their sticks high. Panthers perhaps got away with a little bit of a high stick there. Picked up here by number 93, Wilcox. And right back on the attack comes Grimm, and he's going to take it with a trailer. Shot right on, and a rebound by Baradone. He's going to shoot that wide. Good effort there by Grimm. Another good chest save there by Zabuski. Will go in where Finn will decide to play it back to center. Picked up here by Crockett. He's going to chip it down deep, and he'll try to be the first to get there, but he'll be intercepted by Del Curdy. And Del Curdy will leave it for number 95, Bright, as they'll tip it back to center, where McCombs will be the first to play it for Upper St. Clair. Taken here by Colcomb, and he looks to redirect it right on the tape of Crockett. It's still loose, and a good effort there by the defense to clear the zone. Play comes all the way back to the Panther zone, where Stork will leave it for number 28, McCombs. Outlet pass goes off the skate of Crockett, which will be cleared the length of the ice, where Bright will pick it up. Big heavy hit there by McCombs, stolen by Crockett. That's going to hit the side of the net. Comes all the way into the near boards, where Puccetti will play it. Good effort there by McCombs as he'll step up into the play. And it looks like we got a mini offside play, and the whistle will stop play with 10:13 to go here in the second. Face-off taken at center, picked up, and again won by Boyd. Taken by Ackerman. He looks to center it back to Boyd, but that'll be deflected in front by a black jersey. Wide angle play here, where Cassidy will pick up the loose puck from Ackerman. Redirects it. Almost looks like the Panthers are on a power play here, but they're skating 5-on-5. Ackerman wheels and deals right off the tape of Boyd. Still controlled by the Panthers. Woomer with a backhanded effort. In front, it's loose. Backhanded shot by Cassidy. And it came off his stick a little weakly, but held on by Zabuski. And he's been peppered here in the first 2 periods, but a good save. And with 9:38 to go, they'll face it off to the left of the Erie goaltender. Another big face-off win there by Boyd. Draws it right back, and a good effort, but another good save there by Zabuski. Panthers cheating in here a little bit. Good effort there by Leiden at the left point. That'll be redirected over to Woomer, played by Leiden. He's going to chip it back to center right off the tape of Cassidy, where it goes to Ackerman. Play comes all the way back to the right point. Leiden with a heads-up play to kick it over to his defense partner, and right back on the attack comes Boyd. He'll check up here at center to avoid a check. Kept in neatly by Ackerman. He takes the lumber. Backhanded shot. Oh, good save again. And a little extracurricular here as the Panthers aggressively crash the goal here, and Cassidy will skate away, and looks like Boyd and Ackerman are mixing it up with a few of the Erie players, and we're going to have some penalty time dished out. And it looks like Boyd's going to get the gate, and number 99 is going to get his second penalty of the evening, Nicholas Goring. And it looks like we might get coincidental minors here. That will not affect play on the ice. So they still will skate 5-on-5, and the time of those coincidental minor penalties. And there's Ralph in the house. Owner Ralph Mervich walks by as he waves to the crowd. Time of that penalty was at 8:51. I got to spend a nice evening with Ralph in Reading, Pennsylvania about 2 weeks ago. I went up to see Tyler, his boy, who plays for the Gwinnett Gladiators. And you know you're desperate for hockey when you're driving 4.5 hours to watch a hockey game. But I will tell you, in the outlet capital of the world, there was an outlet place called VF Outlet right by the Courtyard Marriott. And you would have to be there to believe it. Wrangler jeans for $15.50 a piece. So I thought as a cowboy that was pretty good. You know, I often see these outlets, Hanger, and you go in and buy Levi's for $45 and you're like, so much for outlet pricing. So I thought the outlet capital of the world, Reading, PA, it was kind of only fitting. And that's what you talk about in 5-0 games. It's actually pretty interesting. I don't know if I'd want to live there, but they had a beautiful facility called the Sovereign Center, and great venue, and the Reading Royals in first place in that division of the ECHL with a great record. And boy, they get 3,000 to 4,000, 5,000 people a night. So actually not bad for a minor league hockey team. Actually, they have a local kid that used to play for Baldwin, Urban.
Okay.
Played for the Reading Royals. Can't remember his first name, but number 7, Urban, a local boy, played for Baldwin, now plays for the Reading Royals. Looks like the Panthers now are going to get a penalty dished out to them. Number 3, Colcom, will get a minor penalty. Time of the penalty at 7:58. So the Panthers will have to kill a man at disadvantage here for the next 2 minutes. Taken at center here by number 10, Murcock. Going to redirect it in. He looks to play it ahead to number 18, Siebel. And it looks like we're going to get another minor penalty here, and Panthers may go down here now by 2 men. So we're going to have a 5-on-3 disadvantage here as Stork's going to get the gate. And he'll get a minor penalty here at 7:32. He's going to get a roughing minor, or excuse me, a boarding minor. And the Panthers now find themselves trailing by 2 men for the next minute 35 seconds. Well, the turkey's on the table for Erie. This is a golden opportunity for Erie to get back in the game. And one of the nice things, Lisa, about a 5-on-3 is that if you score in the first minute 35, they're actually still able to continue the second penalty after they score on the first one. He's going to be taken here by number 19, Reichert. Going to be picked off by the Panthers, where Alibrand will rag the puck down deep. Be careful here, and that shot came right at us. And it banked off the glass. And is there a dentist in the house? He comes right back to Laurie as he'll rag the puck across the blue line. And he's unable to keep it in. And here comes Cassidy back on a 2-on-2, and he's got Crockett trail, and he's going to take the shot. It's loose. And a good save there by Zabuski. And he is going to cover up with 6:31 now to go in the second. Panthers still have to kill 34 seconds on the first minor penalty to Colcom. And the Stork minor now has 1 minute to go. Well, number 2, Boyd is exiting stage left. Not sure if that's an equipment deal here. Could be a skate, but he is going into the showers early here in the second. Good play there by Woomers. He'll bank it off the center ice boards, and he'll take it down deep to force Erie to come back on one last rush on the 5-on-3. A little blind back pass, going to be picked up here by McCombs, coming down on the off wing. He takes a power move, and he's beaten all 5 Erie players, and he thinks better of it, and he checks back up and leaves it for Cassidy, and that'll do it on the first minor penalty. Colcom back on the ice. Panthers now with 15 seconds remaining in the Stork minor, and a big drive will be shot the length of the ice, and that pretty much should do it here with 5 seconds to go. And we're back to now skating 5-on-5, a little wrister from 30 and a good save by Finn. And the Panthers are going to ice the puck here, but it's going to be played by Zabuski. Should have let that go. It would have been icing by Upper St. Clair, but the Erie goaltender decided to play that. Now it's kept down deep, and that shot's going to just go wide by Stork. And what a brilliant goal number 17 Stork had this evening. Taken by Ackerman. He's going to go to the backhand. It's loose in front. And we're going to get a goal here. Not sure who tipped that in. I don't know if that was Ackerman, but the referee flagged it. That's going to come at 5:01. And actually, Lisa, the net came off the mooring. But I think that redeflected in through the 5-hole. And I think Ackerman may get the tally there. But Panthers now enjoy a 6-0 lead. And they'll face it off here at center with 5:01 to go in the second. Not sure if they still do that mercy rule with 7 goals. Good shot there, right on. Good save again by Finn. And usually when they get up 7 goals or a certain amount, they start running the clock and running 3-minute penalties as opposed to 2 minutes. So we'll see what they do here in the third period. Quick moving game here. 9:44 the time. I think the curfew though is, yeah, really. Quick moving game last night would have definitely been the order of business, but we survived, and that's why they made bathtubs, because believe me, I stayed in one for about an hour last night, and I'm still thawing out. .355 to go here in the second. Deflected and wristed by Alibrand, and that shot will just go wide. Back to the left point, and unable to keep it in is McVeigh at the point. Alibrand will just rag it back to the blue line and drive it in where number 95, Bright, will play it. He's going to 9-iron it out of the zone. Goes by Alibrand. They're going to wave icing off, and Erie will go on a quick change here. Quick outlet pass on the near board to Puccetti, and he's got a trailer in Baradone. Shot's going to go right on where Cassidy looks to control it. That'll come off his blade. That'll be picked up by number 8, Laurie. Can't get it out where Baradone chips it ahead. Alibrand's going to take a power move. He takes it into the corner, a centering pass, and it's going to be shot right on, but a better save by Zabuski. And he'll hold on with 3:07 to go now in the second. Face-off taken by Cassidy, and he shoots and scores. And he made no doubt about that. He's going to get his second tally of the evening, and that goal is going to come at 3:02. And he went short side right under the arm of the Erie goaltender, and he made easy work with that. And the Panthers just cruising now with a 7-0 lead. Taken by Leiden, and he's going to pay the price. A big check there by Laurie. And Leiden just gets right back up, and he's a tough customer on the blue line. Looks like we're going to have a minor penalty here on Upper St. Clair. Going to be taken here by number 17, Swan. Oh, and a heavy hit there again by Ackerman in the corner. Shot's going to be redirected, and finally Upper St. Clair gains control here. Bodies all over the ice. It looks like Ackerman's going to get the gate here. Very physical player in number 91. And we're going to get a minor penalty here at 2:24 remaining in the second, and Erie will go on their second man advantage of the evening. Yeah, they may decide to go with 3 minutes here like we were talking about earlier. They originally, Lisa, put 2 minutes on the board, but with a 7-0 lead, this would not surprise me. Yeah, here we go. 91 player going to get a 3-minute minor on a running clock now. With the mercy rule in play with a 7-0 lead. And that will be redirected all the way back into the Erie zone. Picked up here by Baradone, and he's taken on once again 4 black jerseys. And boy, number 48's game shot on, score! And they'll get their first tally. Number 93 is going to get the goal, Wilcox, and he's their leading scorer. He's going to get his 5th goal of the season with 1 assist and a good slap shot from about 25 away, and he goes 5-hole to beat Finn. And that'll be a power play goal for Erie. And the score now registers 7, Upper St. Clair 7, Erie 1. That time of the goal will come at the 1:56 mark. Face-off again controlled by the Panthers, where Colcomb will drive it down deep. Helped out by Crockett and McCombs. Redirected back to the point, and a good effort there again by Colcomb. Crockett looks for Cassidy down deep and skated back by number 95, Bright. He's got a trailer, and he goes on his off wing, and he'll redirect it towards the goal where Finn will play it out to center. And here comes Cassidy on a mini break. He's got a trailer in Crockett. Takes a power move, shot on. Oh, what a glove save. And he had it labeled for the upper corner. But who was that masked man? And Evan Zabuski with a brilliant glove save. And the time of that save at the 1:18 mark, and they'll face it off to the left of the Erie goaltender. Face-off controlled by Erie, where the captain, number 95, Bright, skated back to center. He avoids a hip check on Alabram, but he'll lose his edge, where Puccetti will play it around the far boards. Play comes back on a delayed offside, where Erie content to dump it back, but number 33, Alabram, will skate it back to center. Cleared the length of the ice, going to get played by Del Curdy, and he takes a heavy hit there by Puccetti, and they're going to take exception to it. And it looks like it's getting a little bit chippy and physical here. And this is where, Lisa, the referees really need to gain control of this game, because at 7-1, this can get personal. And Puccetti's going to get a minor penalty here. Time of the penalty at 42 seconds. Not sure if looks like it's going to be a boarding call. And Erie will go on a power play for the next 3 minutes. Oh yeah, good point. This could go back to 2-minute penalty with a 6-goal deficit now. So we will have a minor penalty for the next 2 minutes, and they forgot to put it on the board. Well, the time of that penalty was 42 seconds, so obviously they'll have a minute and 18 seconds, if my math is correct, that will go over in the third period. And we'll face it off in the attack zone for Upper St. Clair. Ackerman will take the draw against Laurie. Face-off controlled by the Panthers. Taken right to Ackerman. Oh, what a nifty little backhand. And he's going to get the goal. And that was made by a big face-off win by Ackerman. That goal will be unassisted. And the Panthers now go on a little mini run of their own, now leading 8-1. Time of that goal, a shorthanded goal, a shorty by Ackerman at the 29-second mark. Actually, that was coincidental minor, so I'm sorry. That indeed was a even strength goal here. Erie player is in the box as well. Not sure the number, but Ackerman and, Puccetti and one of the Erie players were whistled off on a coincidental minor. So Ackerman with a big tally there. And he takes the Panther lead to 8-1. And that'll do it. A late shot in the third, and the Panthers strike quickly. And with 2 periods of play in the books, pretty effortless performance. And probably a big ego and confidence boost for Upper St. Clair. So we're going to let them cut the ice. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with 17 more minutes of play in the third period, and we'll be right back with the Panthers leading 8-1. And we're back for third period action. Panthers enjoying an 8-1 lead on a pretty much a pad the stat night with multiple goals spread across all the team. And our first look at number 13, Tyler Finn, in goal. So Panthers enjoying a 7-goal lead. This off going to be controlled by Upper St. Clair here. Redirected into the corner, and right back on the attack comes number 8, Laurie. He's going to take a wrister from 20. And a good save there by Finn as he'll hold on. And we're going to have a running clock now, Lisa, too, at 16:36, back with this 7-goal lead. And this is an 8:40 game here. The time is 10:06. We've had curfews before on the 8:40 game at 10:10, but this game got off to a later start. I know this game didn't start till about 8:52 or 3, so not sure what the official curfew time is here. But needless to say, we got a running clock here. Boyd's going to take a shot, and bodies flying everywhere here on the freshly cut ice. Taken by Crockett. We're going to have a minor penalty here against Erie McDowell, and that's going to be chipped in, and they're going to touch up. And with 15:55 to go, Erie's going to be flagged with a minor penalty here. Going to be a hooking minor. Number 7, Max Swan, will get the gate. And they've got it registered at 2 minutes, but they might want to rethink that. And I think they are rethinking that, and we'll put a 3-minute minor.
Oh, wait, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2. Yeah, it's going to be a 3-minute minor. Remember, Ackerman, or somebody, Puccetti or Ackerman, I couldn't remember. Yeah, it was Puccetti, I think, went in with a late coincidental minor at the end of the second. So indeed, it will be a 3-minute power play for Upper St. Clair with a running clock. Finn will come out, and he has an assist on the evening on the Stork goal, end-to-end, taken by Ackerman. Speaking of end-to-end, splits a defense right on, and a good save by Zabuski. And the Panthers will send out fresh troops with Cassidy, McCombs, and Grimm on the front line, with Stork and Alibrand on defense. Face-off controlled by Erie McDowell. Shot the length of the ice right on the goal, where Finn will redirect it towards Alibrand. They use it for Cassidy. He picks up a head of steam as he'll cross the red stripe. Good effort there by number 95, Bright, as he forces Cassidy to go wide. A little nifty drop pass on the tape of Alibrand. Going to play give and go, and that'll go by the stick of Cassidy. Helped out here by McCombs. Cassidy with a nice little move there with the left skate right on the blade. Centering shot right on to Stork. as he looked for his second tally of the evening and a better save by Zabuski. And he'll hold on and we'll face it off to the right of the Erie goaltender with 14:05 remaining on a running clock here in the third period.
My husband, he'd be jamming to this too.
Good face-off win there by the Panthers, and oh, what a surprise. Number 2 won that face-off. Boyd. Looks like he went off with some equipment failure. I think he, on his collision in the goal, cut up a skate pretty bad, so he had to go get his skate, I think, sharpened. So he's back on duty here, number 2, Boyd. Play is in the far corner where Boyd will mix it up with Crockett on a give and go. Looks for a wraparound, unable to tuck it in. Gonna bank it down deep to Puccetti, who's now back on the ice. Play comes back to the left point where Woomer will tee it up. Gonna be redirected and kicked into the corner by Zabuski. Taken by Woomer on a drive, and that's gonna go in!
Oh my God.
And I think that was deflected in front by Crockett. I think Crockett's gonna get the goal on a Woomer slap shot, and Crockett got the blade and redirected it in front. And that's going to be a power play goal with 3 seconds remaining in the power play. And the Panthers now will go on a 9-1 lead. I think Crockett got the deflection on a Woomer slap shot from 15. Good outlet pass, Allebrand right on the tape of Ackerman, and he's unable to control. And Ackerman throwing the body around here. We call him the enforcer. Taken by number 91, Ackerman. Got either a mouth guard or some tape down on the ice. Shot right on, loose in front. Oh my, and a golden opportunity there for Baradone as he looked to cash in. Bodies again all over the ice. Taken by Koch, and he'll rag it in the corner. He'll leave it for Ackerman. He's going to skate around 1 or 2 defensive players, and that'll come loose, and a quick whistle by the official. And they'll stop play with 12 minutes now remaining here in the third. I would have paid money for a running clock last night, I could assure you. It was actually the first game you might have heard the third period in silence. Because if we didn't find those feet warmers, it would have been elementary, my dear Watson. Because you would have watched that alone. And then we had technical difficulty replacing the battery. So we'll have to maybe do that between the second. I think it was the cold? It was the cold. But Glenn quick to act on the cell phone, and he got us up and running there within a couple minutes. And a special thanks again, the unheralded hero, Glenn at Channel 7, puts these great telecasts together. So there's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes, and he has done a marvelous job with, obviously, the productions not only on the hockey level, but all of Upper St. Clair sports. And I'm sure he'll join us senior night. I'm not sure when senior night is this year.
It's going to be the 28th of February.
February 28th might be a Thursday senior night, and you'll be one proud parent that night, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get your husband here that night. Taken by Cassidy, shot on, oh, just goes wide by McCombs, and Cassidy set him up with a open net in the corner. Here we've got Stork trailing, shot. Oh, nice left pad save. Back in a shot. Cassidy makes no doubt about it, and he scores on a backhand on a rebound situation. And Cassidy will get the goal at the 10:08 mark. And the Panthers now enjoy a 10-1 lead here in the third. Faceoff controlled by the Panthers, where Crockett will wrist it from center ice, and that'll go behind the goal, where it'll be picked up here by Boyd. Beats two players and regroups. Unfortunately, will come off his blade. Back to center, where Leiden will control. Oh, and he chips it right into the bench. And be careful here. Heads up there on the coach. Brought that right by goaltender Michael Ambrose, and luckily he had his mask on. And I think that just went by the ear of one of the coaches down there. So everybody's okay. 9:40 remains here in the third. Faceoff again taken and controlled by the white jersey Panthers. Oh, heavy hit there on Baradone, and number 10's going to get the gate from a hit from behind, Connor Murcock. And we're going to have a minor penalty issued to Erie McDowell here. Actually, that's going to go on number 19. I think they might have got the wrong guy there, but they're going to give that to Mitchell Reichard. And he's going to get the gate 3-minute minor penalty for a hit from behind. And the Panthers will go on another power play situation here in the third. Taken by Ackerman. He's going to rag the puck on the off wing, and he takes it easily behind the Erie goaltender. Takes it back to the left point, where Woomer will tee it up. Right back to Ackerman. Once again, Erie just pretty much letting them skate and have their own way here. And that's going to be kept in neatly at the point by Leiden, and those are the plays you look back on. Koch's going to lose his edge. Attempted to clear, but unable to, and Ackerman keeps it in, and finally going to be taken here by number 20. And Del Curdy's going to shoot it as the Erie McDowell team will go on a wholesale line change with 8:28 remaining here in the third. Good effort there by Erie as they'll get that play back to center. Woomer looks to control, but that'll be headmanned in towards number 17 on. Kick back to center, where Puccetti will play it. The giveaway there at center comes right on the tape of Boyd. He's got a trailer in Crockett. He leaves it for number 4. Centering pass will hit squarely on the blade of number 95, Bright. And Erie with an excellent job to clear the zone. 1:20 remaining here on and running clock with a special hey to Ralph Mirovich, the mayor of the building. Will be taken here by McVeigh as he'll play it into the corner. Little be careful here on a shorthanded situation. Oh my, and number 8, Laurie, had an opportunity to center and he thought better of it. Might want to have that play back. Going to come on the tape of number 2, Boyd, and he'll skate it back to center and he'll go to the bench. Good effort there, right on the tape of number 93, Wilcox, and he's got the lone tally here on the evening for Erie, and he'll skate to the bench. 30 seconds remains now in the Panther man advantage. Taken by Koch, and a left-handed shot. He has Leiden way in ahead of the play, nothing called. And they're letting him play now. This is street ball. Taken by Colcomb, and he fakes a shot in the corner and he leaves it for Koch. Taken by Grimm on a nice effort to keep it in. Down deep, he's got Colcomb. He looks in the center, he flips it. Going to be deflected by Erie. Back to skating 5-on-5. Play goes behind the goal again, where number 34, Alovich, will play it. Over towards number 96, Perry. Colcomb will be first to pick up that mail. Banks it off the near board, and that play will come back to center. Be taken there in a corner. Oh, and a heavy hit there goes against McVeigh, and he'll lose his edge. Picked up by Baradone on the far board. He's got Puccetti with McCombs trailing. Dumps it in behind the goal, and a good effort there by McCombs. He's going to be helped out by number 48, Baradone. Leaves it for McCombs. Nobody in front. Comes off the blade of McCombs back to the right point where Alibrand will choose to dump it back in. Big hit there by Puccetti, and he'll mix it up where McCombs will pick up the loose mail. Had Stork cheating from the defense, crashing the goal, but thinks better of it. And a backhanded effort back to center. Looks like they might have called off the dogs here a little bit, Lisa. We're pretty much letting some of the third liners play the majority of the third period here. 4:53 remains here in the third. Shot the length of the ice. Icing waved off where On will play it. Still loose. Going to be picked up here at the point where Alibrand will wrist it. That'll go wide. Taken by Grimm, and he'll backhand it for Baradone. Mix it up with Koch. Back to center where Stork will take that off his left blade, and he'll try to beat three black jerseys. Takes it around one. Shot centering pass, nobody home. And Erie with a good job to clear the zone. Now these are games you just want to get everybody out of Dodge here and keep everyone healthy, and you move on. And I think there might be, another away game on Monday against in Harmarville? Central Catholic, usually a formidable opponent. Taken by Laurie on a centering pass, and a good effort there by Woomer as he'll break it up. Good play there by number 93, Wilcox. Play comes back to center where Erie McDowell will regroup. And number 34, Alovich, will play it out of the zone. Taken by Colcom on a power move, and he'll collide with his own player. Laurie's going to lose his edge behind the goal, and he'll redirect it in the corner towards Wilcox. Kept in neatly by Boyd. 2:47 remains in the third. Little drop pass by Baradone to Boyd, and right on the tape of Erie, but kept in neatly by Leiden. Looks like they've got a new section of the boards down there in the corner. You can see the difference in the white board. Shot right on, and a good save. Woomer with a big drive from the left point. And looks like we're going to have a little extracurricular with the stick work. Leiden will get the gate here, number 36, on a minor penalty for lashing. Time of the penalty will be at the 2:03 mark. And a 3-minute minor with the running clock. Not sure what time, late game, 10:23, not sure what time actual curfew was, but this game could have probably been curfewed about 5 minutes ago.
They let curfew come and go.
Yeah,
I
remember the one game, it was 10:10, and they pretty much on an 8:40 game.
Yeah, they stopped that one.
Well, Erie McDowell here on a minor penalty for the remainder of the contest. He'll be taken by Upper St. Clair, and Alibrand content to sail at the length of the ice, where it'll be picked up here by number 95, Bright. Play goes into the corner, and be careful as Crockett loses a edge over there. Last thing you want to do is get a injury here with a minute to go. taken by Crockett here at center with less than a minute to go here in the contest. Finn will play it, and he'll get a star of the game here. Our goaltender, number 13, with a brilliant one-goal performance and an assist. You gotta recognize that first effort here by our young goaltender on a winning contest here, 10-1. And this has pretty much been a team effort. This is pretty amazing with 10 goals scored, and I don't believe I know no one's had a hat trick tonight. There's been, I believe, 2 or 3 players with 2 goals here, but a pretty much across the board offensive attack, and Panthers going to come away here with 4 seconds to go with a very, very impressive victory, and that'll do it. I-79 bus will be heated up here for Erie on a cold winter night here in Pittsburgh, but they'll skate away with a big-time victory as they celebrate with the goaltender. And he'll be one happy guy tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that'll do it. They've even got the score off the board and everything. So pretty much a much-needed victory here for Upper St. Clair. This was pretty much going to be a given here with the record of Erie McDowell and obviously the offensive powerhouse that Upper St. Clair brings to the table. A beautiful 10-1 victory after a tough defeat against Bethel Park last night. So boy, Panthers in real good position here in Section 1 of the AAA ranks, and again, a formidable task to play teams like Peters Township, Cannon Mac, and Bethel Park. But seems like the majority of those teams make the playoffs, and that's what it's all about. And we're probably about halfway through the season here, and again, our second game here in 2013. So signing off tonight on the Panthers Television Network, I'm Kirk Carruth, and a special thanks again to Lisa Ambrose. So we'll see you next time in Mount Lebanon as we'll take the show on the road in a week. Good night, everybody.